If targeted threat index gives us an insight into how much vulnerable we are, it gets important to understand what are the specific security requirements. In this module, we'd see security requirements in general. Then, can we quantify them? What are common vulnerability scoring system cards and how to use them? If we are able to identify and characterize our security requirements, then we are half done in reaching to our secure success goal. The formal definition of security requirements is the process of enlisting all the activities, actions, hardware and software, which would materialize our desired security requirements such as confidentiality, integrity, authorization, authentication, availability, and encryption. Talking briefly over each one of them, confidentiality is actually making sure that the communication between sender and receiver is not known to anybody in an ideal case. Integrity means whatever is sent must be received by the receiver as it is. Authorization is the permit for a sender to be able to transmit something towards the receiver. Authentication is the process of determining if the sender is not an imposter. Availability as a security requirement is to make sure that the system does not go unavailable because of security breaches, even if it is physically there. And encryption is the process of hiding the contents of data so that when some outsider or man in the middle sees it, would be only seeing ones and zeros but would not be able to make a clue what exactly is being transmitted. Ian Burchett, in his paper titled Quantifying Computer Network Security, talks about a way to assess the security levels. He proposed a mechanism to quantify the security requirements for different kinds of vulnerabilities. As we can see here, on the right hand side, we have the network assets or the trusted computing base. On the left hand side, the outsiders, the intruders, the malicious intent network users are sitting, and they are initiating attacks on the trusted computing base. If there are some caveats or some trespassing ways, they would be able to successfully initiate the attack. But if there are some intrusion detection and security provisioning systems installed, the malicious attackers would not be able to achieve their goals. The common vulnerability scoring system is a means that EN provided to give a repeatable and quantitative score for computer security vulnerability. This score is going to be measured every time the network is upgraded, some new network elements are added, or the number of users increase. Mathematically speaking, he identifies the common vulnerability security score as the base score for given vulnerability, and he represents it with V. If the vulnerability is represented as V, then the security of a system is determined by S of V. If there are many tasks and components on a single system, then all of them have to be secure in order for the system to be ratified and accredited as secure. That is given as the product of the securities of all the respective tasks and components. Finally, the health state represented by H is again the vulnerability. So it means any degradation in the health of the system is going to be quantified using this whole exercise.